to optional or not to optional. Last time we took a look at all the methods of the optional class. In another video we took a look at how you can use optionals to work with getters and setters that may return null and with nested objects as well. So you can handle those situations quite well while using optionals. And now we're going to take a look at methods that can return a value or not, and when to use an optional and when not to use an optional. And I will make this quite black and white for now. There's a lot of gray area, but let's keep it simple. If the object is being generated by a library, let's say from a JSON to a Pojo or from a database to a Pojo, don't use optionals. Just stick with the null. And it should be specified somewhere, like in an open API spec or Swagger or something, what you should do or how you should handle a null, what it means. And you should handle it accordingly to what the documentation says. It's that simple. Just probably like you always do. But when you have an application that has its own logic or generates its own data, here I have a calculator that calculates an annual salary. This salary could be empty, so I want to use an optional here. So there is a value, there is an annual salary that we know that we can show to the user, or there is a reason, maybe it's an internship, maybe he works pro bono, but this employee does not have a value to its annual salary, and then you can handle it accordingly. Here I print a message telling him what his annual salary is. Here I say he's working pro bono. In this case, I am in control of the data, so I want to use optional. And if this value has to be stored somewhere, again, you are going towards this situation where you want to go back to null, as you don't want to put an optional in a library that's converting from a Pojo to JSON, or from a Pojo to a database, or even from one object to another. There are libraries as well that map from one object to another. Stay away from using optionals in those situations. This code, what you see here, will be available on my GitHub. Just look around or check the other videos as well. There are quite handy tips in there. Stay curious, have fun.